Hey, what's up guys? So with Canada Day and the 4th of July just around the corner, I know that many of you are probably thinking about barbecuing, so I'd actually like to show you today a recipe for making pork spare ribs. I'm going to use a Jamaican jerk sauce, and you can get the recipe for that on my website, cookinginhd.com. And the spare ribs are, well, they're actually kind of a tough meat, so you probably want to do them on a low temperature over a long period of time. It's one of my favorite ways of cooking. You need a little bit of patience, but you're ultimately really rewarded with the results. So I hope you watch the video and enjoy your holidays. Cheers. First things first, you notice that underneath our pork there's this sort of connective tissue. It's actually a membrane, and I've gone ahead and removed as much of this as possible. You'll need to do the same regardless of where you get your pork. They usually don't remove this for you, and it just, it's chewy and rubbery. Even when you slow cook these ribs, you still need to remove this. So what you do is you just get your finger underneath it as much as you can, and then just pull up. It'll come away. I've removed as much of this as I can, and spared you the boredom of having to watch me do that. Well, I've seasoned the ribs with a spicy Jamaican jerk sauce. You can actually get the recipe for that on my website, cookinginhd.com. And now we're going to put these on the barbecue grill, and the coals have been lit. We're actually going to cook it between 250 and 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm just going to take these and place them on the grill. And actually you'll notice that the coals are underneath. I'm going to move them shortly because I want to actually grill this on indirect heat. And right now the coals are positioned for direct heat, so I'm going to move them aside, and then this will cook nicely. It's been about 45 minutes now, and it's time to check on our ribs, and it's also time to put in more coals because, as you can see, the temperature is dropping now to about 250, so we don't want it to go any lower than that. Let's take a look. Those are definitely coming along nicely, but we've got to add some more heat in here, and it'll probably be another couple hours anyway. Well, this has been about 2 hours and 15 minutes, so let's take a look. They're cooking quite nicely. And we'll reapply a little bit more jerk sauce, and I'll leave them for another hour or so. By the way, I mentioned earlier that we're using a Jamaican jerk sauce. I actually got this recipe at a Sandals resort that I stayed at in Jamaica. Great place, and super nice folks who are nice enough to share an authentic Jamaican jerk sauce recipe with me. I think you'll enjoy it. It's tangy, a little bit sweet, and it's definitely got some heat to it. I think you'll enjoy it. As you can tell, we have a major downpour going on here. Ribs look great, but you got to keep them covered. We're at the 3-hour mark, so we probably have another hour or so more to go. Hopefully it stops raining when it's time to take them out. Well, the rain has subsided a little bit, and these have now been in for 4 hours. Take a look at that. They look lovely. And it's just starting to rip right off. You can just see that it's nice and tender. So I think these are pretty much done. We'll serve them up and enjoy them.